welcome back to Real Talk, and this is certainly a treat. I am in the studio with none other than Dr. Ulysses Moye. I'm getting ready to read this long list of schools that he has attended, and you know he is just he is not only an icon in this area, but an icon across the country. But he started at Acton High School. Where is that at?
That's in Kinston, North Carolina.
He's in North Carolina, okay. Then he came up here and went to Peabody, right?
Went to Howard and Peabody.
Howard and Peabody. And then Washington Bible College.
Washington Bible College.
And then University of Virginia. Was that next?
University of Virginia. Most of those came through by way of Fairfax County.
Okay.
Staff development and administration.
Well,
so.
you're a professional student. University of Maryland, yes. Wesley Theological Seminary. Now, they didn't send you in, did they?
No. No, I was at the United Methodist Church in Arlington, and they required all persons in music ministry.
Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Wow, now wouldn't that be something if everybody did that then?
Aldous Gate, United Methodist.
Aldous Gate. God bless y'all, Aldous Gate. Georgetown, where I do the choir now. Right. Westminster College, George Mason, Loyola, Virginia Tech, Trinity, Howard University. I hereby bequeath on you another. Thank you for coming on the show, man.
It's my pleasure.
Let's talk about the early years before you became Dr. Moye, you just Ulysses, growing in a household. How did you start playing and singing and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I first started very early. My mom and grandmom started me with music at age 4. Both of them were church musicians. My mom played for my grandfather's church, so I followed suit. By the time I was 13, I became a church organist and played for them until I came to Howard in 1960. And soon after that, found myself at Great New Hope Baptist Church, downtown D.C. for 24 years.
Wow.
I was a minister of music there. And it has continued.
Wow.
It has continued. I stayed there 24 years, and after the demise of the pastor, went to Baltimore with Mount Pleasant Church and Ministries, and stayed there 20 years in music ministry, and we still hold membership there. But I tended to go in with long tenure.
That's right.
Like develop, build, you know.
You got to stay in power.
In spite of, stay there and help it to grow.
Okay. Wow.
And you can overcome many of those things that many of us say we don't want to deal with. You can overcome it. God has placed you there. He's going to give you the equipment to stay there.
Okay. Were your parents musicians?
Yes, my mother and my grandmother.
Is that right?
Yeah, both of them played for the church. For my grandfather's church, I was brought up in the Baptist church.
Right.
He pastored, so I didn't have much choice. By the time I was in junior
Were they your first teachers?
Yes, they were. And then I went to Dr. Virgil Webb, who was at Virginia State. She was in the community, and her parents were part of the church and the church music ministry. So I began taking lessons from her and then a couple of the ladies before I came to Howard.
So in the midst of all this schooling here, how did the Moye Ensemble come about?
It was in 1965. I thought it needed to be a step beyond just what I was doing. Not that there was something wrong with the church choir, because I've always been an advocate of choirs.
Right.
And I felt that I would be bold enough to audition people for an ensemble. We were the first ensemble to be formed in this DMV area.
So you all predated the Jubilee Majestics?
No, Jubilee Majestics were the first, and then the second.
Okay.
And then came. I think the young man that was another group. I don't think they existed. Andrew Rowe.
Andrew Rowe, yeah. And DC Choral Ensemble,
They were number 3. They were the second ensemble.
Wow.
So we were organized May 19th. Our 53rd anniversary is coming up this month for the ensemble. And I was able to audition persons for that. And probably the first who was bold enough to say, you know, you either make it or you don't. But I was looking for quality of sound. And I was able to do that with a lot of the members from Greater New Hope and then other community members and friends from Howard. So I was able to do that and be very selective in the type of music that we were rendering, which I think probably has given us the opportunity to go many places in the area because of the diversity of our repertoire. We were, able to do some of all of it.
Where's the event at this Sunday?
The event this Sunday.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
It's Saturday? You said the 53rd anniversary, right?
Oh, no, we're not having an anniversary this year.
Okay, you just celebrate 53 years.
Celebrate 53
on May
years,
the 19th.
Yeah, we had our 50th celebration at the 50th, but we've not had one since then.
The first time I remember seeing you all, I was a kid, and you all were on some kind of Christmas broadcast from Baltimore.
Baltimore, yes.
And y'all sung a song I still sing in church.
Oh, yeah.
Holy,
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 holy.
holy. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. Yes. And
Bradford, I'm trying to think of Carlton.
yes. That's when I first heard the angels sing. I remember that whole broadcast. I memorized that whole broadcast.
The angels sang.
Yes, I remember. And Bethlehem, that's Michael McKay's. I just recorded that on the Christmas Project.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing, amazing. The rich history. How do you keep a choir together that long?
Well, I thank God for the opportunity of having, it's probably been over 300. I keep a core group of 30, and some of those 30, 35 with me now have been with me 30, 40 years.
Wow.
The training, and I felt that it needed to be a step above, so persons like the late Paul Gatlin, Eddie Jackson, that became our vocal coach, so we're finding that in spite of, singing diversity, there was a desire to sing it with qualities, even gospel music, and I tell people the same principles and practices should go across the board. And because we had that support, I was able to bring persons in who did not have that in their local church choirs. So I've been blessed to have a core people that stay and follow me.
Well, people like me stay on your shoulders because I guess people that are younger than me say, well, how do you do it? I'm a school teacher playing in church. But now I have to ask you because you've been doing this for so long. You just recently retired, but you've been a teacher for many, many years in many different settings. And you're still an adjunct professor, and you still are holding down a minister of music position at Pennsylvania Avenue. The pastor there has escaped my head.
Pastor Curry.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Big shout out to Pastor Curry and his wife, First Lady Curry. Wonderful, wonderful people. How do you hold it down? I mean, how do you balance it all?
Well, I think as you get older, you learn the things that are really priority. At first, you try to do a lot of it, and you find yourself getting worn out. And I think God cannot use these temples if they're worn out, so you have to replenish them. And I've learned that in my latter years. But I've always maintained a 60, 70-hour week schedule, especially when I was working as administrator in Fairfax, having to travel to Baltimore 2 or 3 times a week. But I found myself doing things that I probably could have delegated. But wanting things to be excellent, I did some of them. So now I'm learning more delegation. Pour yourself into other people, and what you're doing will continue.
It seems to be that you found a secret in terms of working. Keep working.
Yes, keep working. Right now I tell people I'm retired twice. But I do things now on my schedule. I substitute, I train new teachers, and I'm at GW adjunct. But that's not beyond 12 weeks. So I can take 3 student teachers or take 5 student teachers, and then I can go to Fairfax when they send me there to train. Then I go to Montgomery County to train. So I do it on my schedule, and I can set my schedule.
You're still very active in the National Convention of Gospel Choir and Choruses. Talk about that.
OC Convention, I've been there now 30 years.
Wow.
And I've been the 5th Vice President, and now the 3rd Vice President, and the Dean of the school, the academic part of it. But 2, I think if you want to do it all, you're looking for burnout. So you find other people that you can pull yourself into.
I'm learning. I'm listening and I'm learning. I feel the conviction.
And of course, it means that you have a very understanding spouse.
Absolutely.
And I've been married 55 years.
My God, I got to get you one.
So you have to have somebody that understands, with 3 children, grandchildren, you don't have all the time to spend with them that you like to, but I'm finding out now that that's precious. So I take advantage of it. I have 3 great-grandchildren. So I spend a lot of time, with them now. That probably when my kids were growing up, rehearsal. Can we go? I got choir rehearsal, and now I find out it's necessary to spend time with.
Right.
So family's the first institution, so there has to be balance.
Let's talk about church music ministry. You spent, I guess, the majority of your life in church. Do you still love it?
Love it.
Do you? I mean, I tell my choir members, I've been doing it since I was 9. Saturday night, I'm still looking forward.
Looking forward to Sunday.
Right. And we've been all over the world.
Yes.
But it's nothing like being in that environment with regular people,
right,
singing the hymns, just being and listen to the pastor preach. That whole scenario we play over and over every week. What is your joy? I mean, how does it affect you?
Well, the impact that you make on other people, and I think you have to realize that you're there to change. You're a change agent, and if it's there and you're there about yourself, then it's not ministry. And I think many of us had to grow into that, you know, and that's why I've gone to a number of seminaries. And I went to Bishop Johnson at Mount Pleasant Church and Ministries. He was the first. He said, you have all this academia, and I had a lot of that when I went to him. And he said, now you need to go to seminary. He was the first to take me to Washington Bible College. He said, now put it all together. And that's when I really, you know, began to study about Levitical choir and all that.
Absolutely.
And to find out that everything that we need and the principles and the practices are right there. Do we always utilize them? No, because we don't know it's there.
Right.
So I became an advocate, and he and I used to do workshops together when I initially went to Baltimore for churches, you know, because they wondered, how do you have a 300-voice choir? You know, here in the city of Baltimore, it was very easy. You know, we dispelled the myth that choirs can't come together.
Absolutely.
And they had 9 choirs.
Absolutely.
So when he showed it to his church and membership, that this is what we're going to do, and I became the first minister of music for Mount Pleasant, that we're going to combine those choirs. So we combined 9 choirs.
9 choirs?
9 choirs.
At Mount Pleasant?
At Mount Pleasant. Same thing at Greater New Hope, combined choirs, and put them together. I couldn't do it on a continual basis, but instead of having all these little anniversaries,
one choir
we
day.
had one choir day, and that was it.
Now, I know you've been honored a lot, but we're getting ready to honor you on June the 25th at our D&B Musicians and Singers Fellowship Banquet. The last one we had in January was completely sold out. We're looking forward to a phenomenal crowd here at Kettering Baptist Church. But how do you feel about the musicians and singers? And you probably don't know this, but the entire event is put on by musicians, from the cooking on, everything. How do you feel about people when they want to honor you for your tribute, you know, for all the work that you've done? How does it make you feel at this point in your life?
Well, I'm really elated, you know, that you and others would think, you know, my worthiness for that honor, but I guess the side that I was brought up with, church is what you do.
Absolutely.
And you do it from your heart. It's not something you do, because there's no way you could put in 67 hours a week
and not love it.
And not love it. You have to, you know, that you do, as you were saying, the same thing over and over and over again. But you have to see yourself as a person who's making a difference in their lives, because you never know who you're touching there.
Right.
So it does not become something that is laborious. It's something that I feel is a calling, and if God has called you to do that, you're going to sense it and you're going to walk in that. Right. So you just don't get tired. But I never want to take credit for anything, because whatever I have, the gifts and the talents, the abilities have come from God.
Well, one of the reasons why we just started this, but one of the big reasons why we're doing this is because our young people have no idea who you are. They have not really figured out any idea who I am. You know, we're all in our own little world, and just to know whose shoulders you stand on, and the fact, just because you're consulting for churches, you're not the first one who did it. So-and-so was doing it 30 years ago. You know, just to have that kind of historical education and background, we think is important as we move forward in this area. What are you telling young people now as it relates to church music ministry? How are you advising musicians in this new climate right now?
Well, there's so many things that draw the attention from where it needs to be, you know, and it's on changing lives. The focus is not about the top 10. I don't have a problem with them. I look for those things that are going to be teaching. Right now I have Bible study in my choir rehearsal. Not a long time, because we come from rehearsal. So first 5 to 6 minutes I may even ask them to deliver it, so that people can see why they've been doing what they're doing for 35, 40 years. You know, put the context to it. You know, why be on this choir and not know why you're doing it?
Right.
So I think it's the teaching part. I'm saying, coming from old school Howard, we had to sight read. We had to be able to, when, you know, there was a piece of music put in front of us, play it. Don't say I need time to rehearse. And I'm finding that becomes an issue for many churches and for me. But I'm getting, you know, hiring musicians now that ability is not there, because the ear and the music go together. Find to play by ear and be able to play every chord and not miss it. But when I put a piece of printed music in front of it, you know, you must show skill with that as the other. So you have to take the people where they are, but they have to be challenged, because if they're not challenged, many of the persons that you're coming along in your first, second year have been doing this 35, 40 years. So you lose them. You lose them. Right.
In the last few minutes we got left, I want to know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. There's a changing of the guard in the city in terms of pastors.
Yes.
But what I'm finding is that these younger pastors are looking at us more as cohorts than as the employee They're asking us for advice. They're talking about the whole gamut of worship and how to make it all come together. I'm not sure if you're seeing the same thing, but I'm 43, and the pastors who are around my age are calling me, hey, what do you think about this? I've never experienced as a kid.
Right.
It was big pastor.
Right.
Not saying anything was wrong with that. It's that's just not
the model.
Yeah. You find this.
Well, I think the collaboration is good because I think, someone from my era can very easily share like I'm sharing today.
Right.
I've been here almost 60 years. So I have that, beginning, middle, and where we are now. And I think if you're wise, you listen and you see what's that, now, you're not, I'm worship, music, and arts. So I'm over the ushers, I'm over the audio, I'm over all of it. When I started out, I just had the one choir that I was playing for directed. So I think we become comprehensive, but I think in becoming comprehensive, we need to know the climate that we're working in.
Right.
Know the culture, know the climate, because you can take it too fast or too slow.
Big shout out to your wife real quick.
Hello, Catherine, love you.
And your children.
Hello, Andrea, Donovan, Annette, and all the grads.
all the grads. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you so much.
For more information on how to become a guest on Real Talk with Phillip Carter, or for general inquiries, please email us at realtalkwithphillipcarter@yahoo.com. Tune in next Monday for another edition of Real Talk with Phillip Carter.